Good Lord, folks. Imagine waking up not to your alarm clock, but to the sound of a river crashing through your front door. That was the sheer, unadulterated terror that gripped the historic town of Monmouth. Wales, as a biblical flood, turned their streets into a raging torrent. This ain't just a weather report. This is a wake-up call. Let's not sugarcoat it, friends. What happened in Monmouth, southeast Wales, in the dead of a night, was nothing short of a catastrophe. Picture this. It's around 3 a.m. The town is asleep, but the River Wye isn't sleeping. It's awakening with a vengeance. By the time the clock struck 3, it had swollen to a height not seen in 40. Let me say that again, 40 years. It burst its banks with a fury, pouring into the town center like an uninvited, destructive giant. This wasn't a gentle rising. This was a hostile takeover. That cozy bakery where you grab a morning pastry. Swamped. The family-run hardware store that's been there for generations. Drowned. The streets that have seen centuries of history are now choked with filthy, cold, dangerous water. For the residents of Monmouth, this morning wasn't about coffee and the newspaper. It was a fight for their very livelihoods. They woke up to a nightmare, and the shock, the absolute disbelief, is written on every face. These are tough people, but my goodness, they are staring down a tragedy. And I'll tell you what, this hits different when you've seen a thing or two in life. You remember the floods of '93 in the Midwest, or Hurricane Katrina's devastating blow. You know that look in people's eyes, that mixture of shock, determination, and heartbreak? That same spirit is alive in Monmouth right now. Neighbors are helping neighbors. Strangers are becoming lifelines. And emergency crews are working their tails off in impossibly difficult conditions. They are the heroes in this story, wading through chest-deep water, not knowing what's beneath the surface, all to get someone to safety. Our hearts, our prayers, and our deepest respect go out to every single soul battling this mess in Monmouth. You stay safe over there, **. Leaning in, more serious tone. But here's the million-dollar question that's probably crossed your mind. Could this happen here? In my hometown? In yours? You better believe it could. Swap the Welsh names for towns in Pennsylvania, Vermont, or along the Mississippi. The scenario is terrifyingly familiar. We've seen our own share of rivers jumping their levees and creeks becoming monsters. Think about it. If a storm of this magnitude parked itself over the Catskills or the Appalachians, we'd be telling the exact same story, just with a different zip code. This isn't a foreign problem. It's a human one, and it's a climate one. Now, hold on to your hats, because what's happening in Wales is just one piece of a much larger, and frankly frightening puzzle. This ain't an isolated incident. It's part of a pattern, a global tantrum Mother Nature is throwing. While we're watching the crisis in Monmouth, we'd be remiss not to look at our friends in Europe, who have been getting pummeled by what can only be described as climate disasters. Let's take a trip to Italy. The breathtaking city of Venice. It's constantly battling its famous acqua alta, or high water, but recent events have been beyond extreme. But it's not just Venice. Think of the rugged, beautiful region of Liguria, or even parts of Tuscany, where violent cloudbursts, known as cloudbursts, turn serene landscape into mudslide-prone death traps in a matter of minutes. These aren't gentle rains. These are atmospheric assaults, and we can't forget Portugal. The stunning Algarve coast, a paradise for tourists, is also vulnerable. When torrential rains hit, they don't just ruin a beach day. They wash away roads, isolate villages, and trigger floods that carve through ancient towns with brutal force. The same story echoes in parts of France and Spain. It seems like every season the news brings another story of a historic European village or city being tested by waters of a ferocity they haven't seen in decades. If ever so, what in the world is going on? The science, plain and simple, points to our changing climate. A warmer atmosphere is like a bigger sponge. It can hold more moisture. So, when a weather system finally wrings that sponge out, it doesn't drizzle. It dumps. It unleashes a month's worth of rain in a single catastrophic day. These events are becoming more frequent, more intense, and more unpredictable. They're rewriting the record books and redefining what a once in a lifetime storm means. This is the new reality. Folks, from the heartland of America to the rolling hills of Wales, from the canals of Italy to the coasts of Portugal, we are all connected by this thread of vulnerability. The images may be from afar, but the message is for all of us. It's a stark reminder to be prepared, to check on our neighbors, and to respect the raw power of nature. The world is sending us a signal, and it's coming through loud and clear, not with a whisper, but with the deluge. So to the people of Monmouth, and to all communities facing these trials, we see you. We salute your courage, and we're thinking of you. Stay strong. And to all of you watching, thank you for your time. Hold your loved ones close, and let's all look out for one another. As the waters slowly recede in Monmouth, the real battle is just beginning for these folks. The cleanup, the insurance fights, the long road back to normal. It's a marathon, not a sprint. My heart just goes out to them. To see your life's work, your memories, your home, battered by nature's fury. It's a gut punch. It truly is. So let's do our part, even from across the pond. Let's keep these good people in our thoughts. If you have the means, consider donating to the Red Cross or other relief organizations. They're angels on the ground in times like these. And if you found this report eye-opening, if it made you stop and think, then do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Why? Because staying informed is our first line of defense. It helps spread awareness. It builds a community of folks who care, and it ensures you won't miss our next important update. We're all in this together. This is your host, signing off and asking you to please stay safe, stay aware, and look out for your neighbor. Take care, everybody.